Global warming, a topic that everyone has come across at least once in their lives. And I feel like we should be more conscious of our own carbon footprints and take small steps into making sure that the carbon dioxide that we release into the atmosphere is minimal. So let's talk about some issues with global warming and what steps we could do to slow down that process. Airplanes. Airplane emissions are a widely discussed topic when it comes to global warming. And that's because when airplanes took off in 1940, it is estimated in 2020 that 1.04 billion tons of carbon dioxide have been released just from airplanes. But even though 1.404 billion tons is a lot, that is only 2.5% of global emissions for carbon dioxide. In the US, on average, it is estimated that every person's carbon footprint is 14.24 tons annually. So if you were to calculate the number of all US residents with the average number, you would get about 4.69 billion tons of carbon dioxide annually. And with all that carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere just from the people from the US alone, what are the effects of global warming? So, the effects of global warming are one of them is weather. So, we know that Texas suffers from flooding, heat waves, and hurricanes. And all of those are significantly affected by global warming. As we remember Hurricane Harvey that hit us in 2017, Hurricane Harvey caused $125 billion in damage. And according to climate.nasa.gov, global warming will only cause more droughts, more heat waves, and harsher and rougher hurricanes. And so, with the rising sea levels as well, that is caused by global warming because of the melting of the ice caps, hurricanes will massively affect coastal areas, because when the water rises, the water level, it is easier for a hurricane to come in with inches of rain and just flood the residents out of their home, like it did in Hurricane Harvey. And Hurricane Harvey was only considered a Category 4 hurricane in 2017. Imagine if in 2022 we get hit by a Category 5 hurricane. I wouldn't be able to imagine the damage that it would cause because of the increased temperatures. Also, the increased temperatures that are caused by global warming actually helps moisture stay in the air, which leads to harsher hurricanes in the first place. So that's also another effect of global warming. So, another effect on global warming are the animals. Humans are believed to be causing the 6th mass extinction on Earth. And that is because of our own hands and our own doing, our own technology. The amount of carbon dioxide that we are emitting into the atmosphere will cause the temperatures to drastically change and probably completely melt the ice caps in a few decades, which will cause an extreme level rise of seawater and harsher climates and hurricanes. And with the increase of temperatures, according to nps.gov, invasive species can actually thrive in warmer temperatures, while the native species would probably get a big decrease because the temperature changed only slightly, because they've been living in that area for quite some time. And so here are some solutions that we should try to put into effect to help the planet. So first of all, for coastal cities, scientists have discovered that mangrove forests and coral reefs actually help reduce the strength of waves that come in from the sea onto beaches and closer towards the coast. And according to the ccacoalition.org, there are multiple benefits of reducing the CO2, like the sea level rising will decrease by 20%, 2.4 million avoided premature deaths because of air pollution and how it affects our bodies, and 52 million tons of avoided crop loss. In conclusion, I believe that we should strive to help reduce the release of CO2 in our atmosphere, and ride bikes more often, ride buses if we need to go places that are closer to us, maybe ride the subway or the train if we have access to those in your area, and that we should remember that our own carbon footprints are on average 14.24 tons per person annually. Just a slight change in what you do every day can help reduce the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere and help slow down the rate of global warming.